Hi, my name is Rob Downey, and I'm President and CEO of Annamaet Pet Foods. We frequently get asked, why is there moose on every bag? Well, a lot of you know my work in nutrition. Many of you also know I've spent my life working with dogs. This included spending 20 winters in the interior of Alaska racing sled dogs. One year when I was up there, I was out on a training run with a team. I was several miles from the cabin, and I turned off the main trail into the bush. I'd gone about 300 yards, I came around a bend, and I ran right into a cow moose with a calf. It's a dog musher's worst nightmare, as they're very protective of their calves and been known to stomp or kill anything that might get in their way. So I slammed on the brakes, I started screaming, waving my arms, tried to make myself big, hoping to get her to leave and not start stomping the dogs. But she did something I didn't expect. She ignored the dog team, came charging past them at me. Her ears were down, her hackles were up. All I saw was the whites of her eyes that she was smacking her lips. I let go of the dog team, told them to go home. They were happy to leave. I turned and tried to run to a birch tree, hoping to get up the birch tree before she got there, thinking that if I did, then eventually she'd calm down, wander off, and I could walk those miles back to the cabin. But the snow was too deep. She caught me halfway, ran me, I fell back in the snow. Last thing I remember was her stomping me. She knocked me unconscious and left me for dead. I laid there for about 30 minutes at 20 below. When I came to, I was hypothermic, meaning my body temperature went really low. That's people die from that. They go to sleep and they don't wake up. I tried to move. I was in serious pain. It turned out she had broken a couple of my ribs. She tore the cartilage in my sternum. She fractured my elbow. I still have a steel rod and wire in there from that. The other problem was the dogs were gone, and I knew I couldn't walk those miles back to the cabin. So my goal was at least make it back to the main trail. Maybe somebody would find you, or it'd be easier to find your body when you did pass. Well, I got there, and I guess it wasn't my time or miracle or whatever, but there was a dog team. It turned out that when they turned to go home, the sled tipped over. We have in the sled what's called a snow hook. It acts like a boat anchor. It fell out of the sled, caught in the snow, and held the dog team there. I was able to stand the sled up, kick the snow hook loose, get back on the sled, and the dog started bringing me back to the cabin. I was hanging on with one good arm. I was in and out of consciousness, so I don't remember much about the trip, but at least I never fell off. I got back to the cabin. I was able to stumble in, found the phone, called a friend and said I'd been stomped. He came over, helped me out to the truck. They hauled me to a hospital where they performed surgery. It was like 50 miles away. Obviously I survived, and so I really, no doubt, have a passion for my dogs based on this, as they literally saved my life. So that's why there's a moose on every bag.